Hey everyone, welcome back. Erica here with another one. Happy holidays, by the way. I keep forgetting to say that in my videos. Happy holidays to you all. Hope you all have a great, wonderful Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. But in this video, we're going to talk about the female sociopath, which is the darker version of the Black Widow female narcissist. And if you've seen a Black Widow spider, you gotta wonder, how much more darker can it get, right? Well, as we learn, a sociopath is in between a narcissist and before a psychopath. The female sociopath is, though they share a lot of traits in common with the narcissist, their tactics are a bit more darker and a bit more severe. But the common things that they share with the narcissist are, they both have a very callous lack of empathy, all right? They manipulate people for their own personal gain. They con people, all right? They have blatant disregard for people's feelings, emotions, and they feel a very, very big sense of entitlement. Now, the female sociopath, though just like a narcissist, can take things one step ahead. A narcissist is more about themselves. We learn that they're about what it is they want, their self-gratification and things to that effect. But a sociopath, however, is willing to do a lot more to get what they want. All right, so in this video, we're going to go over some of the traits of the sociopath, how to spot them, and what their common tactics are. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So now sociopaths and narcissists, if they land on the higher end of the spectrum, okay, they meet the criteria of a very dark triad. Think of a triangle, all right? Narcissism, psychopathy, and what I recently learned is what's called Machiavellianism, which is defined as being extremely scheming, conniving, devious. You know, these types of people lack any kind of remorse for any of their destructive behavior. Now, what they use is what's called cognitive empathy. And what that is that's the unnatural drive to understand someone's emotional state. Remember, they don't have empathy. So what they have to do is to assess their target's vulnerabilities. They have to use up here. They don't use this. They use up here to try to figure out the components of your emotions. Also, they can manipulate you. All right. They study you. They learn you, but they use up here because they don't have anything here. They lack what's called effective empathy. And effective empathy is the automatic response that you as an empathetic person has to someone else's emotional state. Depending on how that person feels, because you carry empathy, you carry emotions, you carry feelings, you know how to automatically respond to what they're feeling. Now, a female sociopath is really sadistic in her provoking and deceiving people. All right. Your pain gives her pleasure. Your sadness gives her a sense of a positive feeling, which is truly sick, in my personal opinion. All right. But one thing we got to also realize is that society socializes females as being covertly aggressive, which means that they are willing to do underhanded crap to hurt other people. All right. Remember, we learned in the narcissist female video, relational aggression. That's where they sabotage people, their relationships, their social status, their reputation. They'll slander people. They'll gossip. They're basically doing some underhanded crap, making themselves out to be the victim. Here's what they're doing. They're simultaneously manipulating people while they're bullying someone at the same time. I find this to more so fall under the line of rejection. So if you decided to not fall for her nonsense or not play her game anymore, or you just decided to tell her no, or you decided that you can see through her manipulation, you can see through the facade, they will do any and everything to try to sabotage you, try to slander you, lie on you, all right, and try to get other people to believe that you are something or someone that you're not. But if you know the truth, you know what's true, you know what's not true, then you know how to discern. That's your best bet. But let's get into the traits. So the first thing they do is they mirror and love bomb you. All right. Now, female sociopaths are on a mission, right? And they have to assess if you are the perfect target for them. So she's going to put on the mask. She's going to have this warm, nurturing exterior, very inviting, okay? She's going to put you on a pedestal, right? She's going to basically make you feel like it's too good to be true. She's going to do all of this while internally she's really a cold, vindictive, conniving person. She'll play to your sympathy and pity, pretending to have experienced the same type of experiences that you had. Now you gotta remember, these are all cold, calculating ways to find out your weaknesses and your strengths. Okay, so she can exploit you in the end. They mirror you to win your trust, so you can disclose information. Also, they could just use it against you. All right, she'll put you on the highest pedestal. All right, making you buy into her bullshit. All right, and once you've bought into it, she has no problem using you. She'll use you for sex, money, a place to stay, fame, status, you name it. All right, or if it's just to one-up someone else. That's her plan. They're superficially charming. Okay, they're exaggerative in their speech, and their gestures really don't have any authenticity. Now remember, the female sociopath is a reptilian, okay? And every so often, that mask is going to slip, and you're going to notice it. It's going to show anger, greed, envy, and situations that are cause for concern that even you would get anxious about. She's eerily calm about it. And in her speech, sometimes you may notice condescending or even disrespectful tones. All of this will show you some of the nature of her true intentions. However, her charm, though it's superficial, is extremely convincing. All right. Now, society portrays females as being the most gentler sex. You know, they're conditioned to being the most sensitive ones. Let me tell you something. Narcissistic and sociopathic females can be just as abusive. Physically, mentally, emotionally, just as abusive as men, because their destruction is just as dangerous. The next one is they sabotage you covertly. Now, the aggression of a female sociopath is hidden. Okay, it's hidden under carefully constructed traits that most people would mistake as sincerity. And remember, female sociopaths and narcissists are chameleons. Okay, they adapt to their environment. Whatever the environment, whatever the setting calls for, that's what they're going to adapt to. So to one group of people, they can come off as alluring and sweet and kind and gentle. But to those who don't really mean anything to them, or who have evoked that rage, the narcissistic rage or the envy, they reveal their true selves. They have an image to maintain. Right? Remember, they walk around with that queen bee status. And if there's any chance of that being remotely threatened, whether it's through narcissistic injury or whatever the case may be, they are willing to underhandedly sabotage people, gossip about people, accuse them of doing things they didn't do, pitting people against them, slandering them. Okay, this is all an attempt to invalidate the victim. All right, so the victim is not able to gain support for the actual abuse that has been put on them. This is basically simultaneously manipulating people into believing that the victim is the one who's the abuser, while the abuser is the one who's the victim, which of course is not the case. They show little to no remorse in harming other people just to get what they want. Now listen. If you fall into the path of a female narcissist or sociopath, as we say, te jodiste, all right? Because these types of females are so entitled and their egos are so fragile that if another woman, let's say for example, possesses certain traits and qualities that they don't have, that's a threat to them. If you are successful in achieving certain things that they're unable to do, that is a threat to them. Okay, remember, it's all about them. They're entitled. It's about their ego, their wants, their needs. And they're willing to go through any lengths, okay, to try to sabotage people, which would include Much like we said, slander, ruining relationships. They will even mess with committed men that are in relationships, some that are in relationships with their friends. Nonetheless, they are willing to stoop so low in trying to sabotage people that deep inside they're truly jealous of, rather than accepting it for what it is, finding out what they're good at doing and just going ahead and doing it. No, can't do it with a female narcissist or a sociopath. Their motto is, it's about me. And if it ain't, we gonna make it about me. And lastly, they thrive off of male or female, depending on their preference, attention. All right. Sociopaths do it for power. Narcissists do it for narcissistic supply. All right. It's to feed their ego, to validate them. These types of females don't mind using their body to get what they want. If it means getting up ahead in the corporate ladder or seducing people, seducing strangers, if it means having a harem of admirers surrounding them, which includes exes, replacements, their boyfriends, they don't mind using what it is they have to get what they want. Okay, they can go as far as posting up extremely provocative pictures. They can be very flirtatious. They even engage in a number of flirtations, indiscretions. Okay, they're notoriously known for extramarital affairs. They'll cheat, they'll lie, they will manipulate, they will con, they will do and say anything to get what they want. Unfortunately, victims don't know that they're victims until after the damage has been done. All right. These videos are put up for you guys to discern these types of females. These videos are up for these ladies to discern these types of men. You understand? We have to look for the flags. Take off the rose-tinted glasses and see the red flags for what they really are. Discern the signs. Pay close attention. Listen. Look. Feel. That's what you have to do. Be on guard if you have to at all times. So guys, a sociopath is just a really extreme, dark version of a narcissist, okay? Listen, we all carry a little bit of narcissism in us. It's in our nature. But the reality of it is someone who suffers from narcissistic personality disorder or someone who is a sociopath is extremely dangerous. It's just the truth of the matter, right? And if you're not sure if you're dealing with someone or if you dealt with someone who may suffer from either of these disorders, you got to ask yourself, do they care about me? Are they sincere? Are they genuine? Do they respect me in private as well as in public? If I need something, are they going to be there for me? If I'm sick, are they going to tend to me? If I need advice, are they going to give it to me? Are they speaking from the heart? Are they caring about me? Do they love me? These are the kinds of things that you have to ask yourself. And if all the answers to each question is no, then you know where you stand. Well, guys, that is my time. I do hope that this video helped. I hope it gave you some answers, but I always encourage people to do their research. So continue to please do your research. Know what you're getting into before you get into it. Know who you're dealing with, okay? You can save yourself a lot of time, a lot of headaches, and a lot of heartache. All right, guys. So again, hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, namaste.